We have a motion to approve.
Don't move.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. I had a quick question. Dan, there was a invoice in here for C&C fencing
Yeah.
for stormwater management ponds.
Mhm.
What did we do? Put new fencing or?
Just repairs which were damaged out.
Okay,
Couple.
very good. And I did have one other one. Tyler, maybe you could take a look at this for me. It's under, and I don't need an answer today, but I thought it was a little interesting. Under the KCI Technologies invoice, there is a bill for Calgon Carbon Corporation.
That's who does the well number 3 for the PFAS.
Okay,
Algon is the company supplying the material.
so do we bill them directly? Do they bill us directly or they go through KCI?
Because the TCI did the project.
Okay.
It'd be through them.
Okay, very good. I mean, you probably answered it then for me. I just saw it on the KCI bill.
Calgon provides activated carbon for PFAS removal and for the pilot study for well number 3.
Very good. Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor?
All right.
Motion
Aye.
carries. All right, Andy, come on down. You got some Employee of the Quarter awards.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. This has been a little bit delayed. We have, the committee did meet, some time ago and selected, 2 officers. Senior Officer Ken Borster, is Employee of the Quarter, and also Officer Brandon Williams. I'll actually defer to the chief to explain why they were chosen.
Guys wanna come up?
Congratulations.
So I'd like to thank Sergeant Piertano for doing a job observation report and bringing this to our attention. And also I'd like to thank Tracy Holter for actually nominating him for Employee of the Quarter this time. But so on March 5th, Piertano got a call from Sherry Rodriguez and wanted to talk to her because her brother had just died on March 3rd. And these 2 officers responded out to the residents. And she talked about Senior Officer Forrester and how his knowledge and his ability to handle that made it very seamless and reduced the stress on her because of that. Streamlined the process, it made it easier on the family. Once he got that rolling and he contacted the doctor to get the death certificate, he ended up leaving. And Officer Williams remained. And she doesn't have enough nice things to say about Officer Williams and his demeanor and his conduct in dealing with her. She said it's actually given her a new respect for law enforcement. His empathy and sincere communication with her helped her to get out of her own head. And in her emotional state, she asked him for a hug and he gave it without hesitation. She says that hug meant the world to her and that he was the definition of what a police officer should be and what we should be proud of, how both of these officers conducted themselves. I told you before, I'm very proud of all of these officers, but I'd like to thank them again for their dedication to service and duty and to these citizens. And just congratulate you.
Can you bring him right here in front of us?
Sure.
I'm not gonna ask you.
Come right up here in front of us, all of us.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, very cool. Good job. Proud of you guys.
This is takes about.
Wait, it doesn't work.
Yeah, we're gonna
Okay,
get.
now I can see it.
Okay, here we go. Get in here.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Bring down.
I want to get Sandra.
She's in the lower angle.
Okay, it is 12:05 and we have a public hearing on annexation resolution A1 2025. Presented for adoption. This is 812 and 814 East Pulaski Highway and 344 Maloney Road. Tom and team, you want to tell us a little bit about your annexation?
Tom Minor, First Board Associates, 116 West Main Street, Elkton, and Michael McConnell Development. So, this is, I guess, the last of the three, meetings, for the request to annex into the town for the three parcels, 812, 814, East Pulaski Highway, and then 344 Melody Road. These parcels are planned to be accessed from Conica Drive, from the industrial park there, and have utilities, both access, water and sewer, both access from the town, again, off Conica. This is the third of a series of industrial buildings that Michael's built out on the site in the area. Been successful and would like to continue it on. The parcel is currently the highest density residential zoning, but due to with the town's master plan of if we are accessing off of Conica or the business park there, then the master plan dictates it would be industrial zone. So, or business industrial, yeah. So we're requesting that zoning be BI zoned pursuant to the county in their meetings in June approving the switch from a residential to industrial zone.
Very good. Is there any direct questions to these two? Gene, what did the planning commission have to say?
Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of the annexation contingent upon the zoning change from business industrial, or from multifamily residential to business industrial. The county council will have meetings on that. It'll be introduced June 3rd with a decision on June 17th for that request for the change in zoning. Should the county council decline the change in zoning, it would have to remain residential, high density residential for 5 years if the town annexes it, continues to annex.
Okay, very good. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone in the public that would like to say anything for or against this project, this annexation? Is there anyone on the Zoom meeting that has anything to say for or against the zoning, rezoning request or annexation request? Seeing none, it is like 7:08. This public hearing is adjourned.
I believe the applicant has requested approval contingent upon the county approving the change in zoning. Can they do that?
That's what I wanted to confirm, Mayor, that, absolutely, so a zoning annexation, so I'm clear, would be contingent just upon the county granting the zoning waiver, which the zoning waiver request as it goes before the county council, it's not a legal standard, it's just whether or not the county council agrees to waive it. So if my understanding, the applicant, if the county council were to decline the waiver of the zoning and denies the ability to make it BI immediately, then that the applicant does no longer wishes to proceed with the annexation. Is that accurate? Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Very good.
Yeah,
Any other comments?
no, that was gonna be my question.
All right, public hearing is closed. Thank you. Do we have a motion to accept annexation resolution A1-2025 presented for adoption, condition upon the county granting change in the zoning from MR to B1?
That's a move.
Second. Motion and a second. Any other discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Done. All right. We're a little bit ahead of schedule for a public hearing on the fiscal year 2026 budget. So Lou, do you have anything to report?
Well, what I saw today, they're connecting the 12-inch ductile iron pipe out there on well number 4, so they can put that tower into service in terms of sterilization and leak tests and things like that. Company that built it, CB&I, they're out there putting all the insulation in now. They've been out there all week. And I spoke with the on-site manager for CB&I, and they're going to coordinate with Denvermark to start filling that tower soon and check for leaks. So there'll be about 600,000 gallons that'll go into that tank, check it. And then once that's done, then there's a coordination with our engineers and public works to adjust certain valves and things around town in order to put that tower into service. But the well is not in service yet, only the tank. And that's the biggest thing that's happening right now.
Very good. Couple things. I don't believe I brought it up last Wednesday, but late last week, I attended the service for Dwight Hare. Dwight was I used to say all the time that Dwight helped build restore Elkton one house at a time. And he did a nice job, and I can tell you, Dwight was a mentor to me, and it's someone that I respected highly and dearly, and he will be missed. And he was a very good person, and I don't know what else to say about it, but he was a good person. That is all I have. Rob, do you have anything? But I actually have two other things. I'm sorry. Can I jump back in? All right. Hey, Dan, how is we entered into an agreement with Scott's Lawn Care. How is that going? They doing a good job?
The grass is being addressed, so, they got some growing pains, but we're working through it.
Okay, yeah, it seems like everything's getting mowed to me, so it's looking pretty good. All right, the other little comment, Chief, maybe we could get together with the Elkton Alliance, and maybe we do it here in a public meeting, but I think we're gonna have to come up with some type of strategy for our downtown. We're seeing more and more activity in our downtown area, and I think part of it is that we have maybe we're staying open a little later in downtown. And but I think we're probably seeing more calls for disturbances. We're getting some reports that they're making a lot more calls after midnight. And I think it's because of possibly some places staying open a little later today. But we got residents that live in the apartments above our downtown area. So I just think we need to come up with some type of strategy to figure this out before summer hits anyhow. All right? Maybe we can even,
Yeah, and the vandalism during the light too, with young children or young teenagers.
yeah, I can't speak for Commissioner Massmano, but he did see some young kids tip over a dumpster and is that correct, Rob? I guess
That is correct.
and I don't know really what we can do. You know, they knock it over and they're gone before we can react to it in a lot of cases, but I think we just got to come up with a strategy.
Okay.
Rob, you were on.
Just to follow up on that, because I was speaking with everybody before the meeting started about this issue, and I have been, there's just been a barrage of people coming up to me in my studio and complaining about certain activity downtown, certain people. There's a group of young kids that are very destructive. And they're asking me, how come the police aren't down here? And I'm like, well, they're kind of busy. I speak up for you guys because I understand what you're going through, and you can't be everywhere at once. And if you do respond, they're gone. It's a tough situation. I'm not sure what we can do about it, but I do agree that I think we need to have a meeting and put some measures in place, perhaps a curfew, because the noise and the cursing and the destruction downtown just recently has gotten very bad. And one of my neighbors came up to me yesterday and said, I put some trash out at the trash can next to my studio. It had some picture frames in it. This group of young kids came by. They pulled all the frames out and threw them down the steps, and there's glass everywhere. I would have cleaned it up myself, but I didn't have time. It was after 5 o'clock and I couldn't call Public Works. So as far as I know, it's still there. Dan, now that you're hearing this, maybe you can get somebody on that today to take a look. But we definitely need to address some of the activity that's been happening downtown. it's ruining, downtown's reputation that we fought hard to come out of. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Rob. Earl?
Yeah, I just had a couple concerns about the Delaware Avenue Bridge. I know there's been a couple delays on the work being done. Does anybody have any answers on when it's gonna be shut down and completed? Because it's been changed 3 times.
Not for a while.
Okay. Not for a while, okay.
Did they give
I think
a,
you got October.
No, it's longer story than that. Basically, the bridge is still stuck at Georgia. And the state and the bridge contractors are having a disagreement, so I'm not sure what's coming up. We'll get the board plenty notice, but right now it's sitting in the back burner, so.
I was hoping it would be, there by 4th of July.
yeah,
But they
absolutely.
ain't gonna make it, so,
Well,
we have to close that road down like we're going to do for pedestrian safety.
Should have put some CVs on the job.
that's right.
Yeah, that's critical.
Anything else?
They existed.
Good. Charles?
About 8 years ago, we started giving scholarships out to students at Elkton High School in the amount of $500. There was 2 of them that we issued. And a few years ago, more likely than 2, we upped that to $1,000. Again, 2 scholarships at Elkton High School. The awards ceremony is tonight. And instead of us giving 2, it will only be 1. And why only 1? Because there was only 1 applicant that actually applied for the scholarship. And talking with other businesses and associations that give scholarships to the students, it's becoming a thing where kids actually are not even applying for scholarships. Some go to college, some said they're not interested, some said their parents need to worry about it. But that's so unfortunate at a time such as this, you know, when the economics are down and, you know, you have to force your parents to be a part of your future. So we're giving out 1,000 and 1,000 is being returned back to the coffers of the town of Elkton. So just want to let you know that.
Wow.
Thank you, Charlie. That's amazing that only 1 person applied.
Yeah, and it's sad because obviously that other person, whoever it would have been, probably would have gotten $1,000 to help them towards whatever they're gonna do, but you know, this is times that we're in, so again, very appreciative that we're doing this to help somebody.
Gene?
Louis, I got your email about well number 3,
Yes.
and we're moving forward. How long now since the application all has gone through that we would see the allotment, change? Well, they'll allow us to draw more water, or is this gonna be all tied up
How
with the
long will it
PFAS?
take?
Yeah, how
I
much
can't
longer?
tell you after Friday. Because Friday we're meeting with the Word
Oh,
Supply
okay.
people.
All
So
right,
we haven't had a meeting with them yet,
okay.
so then I'll kind of get a perspective on it.
That's good enough. That's good enough. The only other thing I had is, in Buttonwoods, there are 2 entrances into the neighborhood and along Whitehall Road. When you're exiting the neighborhoods, you cannot, there's someone likes to park trailers, I don't know, along Whitehall Road. And you cannot see traffic coming out of Kensington Courts, because of that. Very difficult. I'd like to know if we can draw yellow lines there to keep them from parking. From the corner, back enough that their field of vision is, clear for oncoming traffic.
Is there curving there?
Yeah, there's curves, but, there's no line saying you can't park there or whatever. And, it's desperately needed.
Lou, can you take a look at that or have someone take a look at that?
At least the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. That's all I have.
Very good. So we're a little bit ahead of schedule, but we're gonna go ahead and open up the public hearing for fiscal year budget 2026. Presented for introduction. Can we get a little PowerPoint up on the Zoom? Is that possible?
Yeah.
All right, like that. This is what everyone's been waiting on.
They can see it.
Yeah, I know.
Will that turn? Or, because we have the book.
Yeah, I doubt if it'll turn, but I don't know. When.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
That help?
Yeah.
All right. So, it is, about 12:20. We're gonna open up, for the public hearing on fiscal 2026. This is presented for introduction. Lou, what's the actual date that we're gonna accept our budget?
June, what's it, June 4th?
The June 4th meeting, is it?
So that's our next meeting.
Okay, it'll be on the June 4th meeting. So we have a week or two to make any changes to the budget that, we feel that's, gonna be needed. This is presented for introduction purposes. So I'll go over it, with the team here and for everyone in the room and everyone that's on the Zoom meeting. All right, let's go to the first clip if we could. Let me get let me pull it up on my cell phone if I could, so I can see it also. What page we're doing? Okay, so you can go to the next page if you could, next slide.
There you go.
All right, there you go. Next, go to the next slide. Up, go to the first. It's jumping. There we go. Very sensitive, our budget. Okay, so as we can see on the first page, our general fund anticipated revenue, I think is the main thing we all look at. We're anticipating about $10,835,274 in real and property taxes. With a little bit of interest added in. We also have other taxes that we receive some additional dollars for. And also licensing and permits, which are pretty steady each and every year when we go through this and the intergovernment, so the see where we're at here. You can go ahead and flip the page again. It won't let you go one minute. There's still a lot of flipping. I can't, let's see here. Maybe flip the next page. All right, there we go. That's what I needed. So what you're seeing up there is the intergovernmental state revenue. We get about 1.2 million in that. Our service charges, which include zoning, subdivision fees, farmers market uses, police reports, seas funds, parking meter revenue, easements, grass cutting charges and so forth. We also get some parking fine, additional dollars. We have some interest that we're now receiving for years. Even though we had money in the bank, we didn't receive very much when it came to interest. And when you look at it today, we're receiving close to $527,000 in interest and dividends. It's a pretty good jump from where we were at before. So the highlighted area, we're going to propose to use a little over $2 million, $2,155,000 in unassigned fund balance, which will balance our budget. It takes us to a total of general fund revenues of $20,643,663. So let's go to the next page of the expenditures. There we go. And what you'll see in the expenditures, fiscal year 25, we were at $19,747,981. In fiscal year 26, everything has increased slightly, almost $895,000 $682,000 more than fiscal year 25. And those costs are everything from insurance costs to, the cost of, just general services collectively, and also, cost of living, merit increases. And we also, put an adjustment in for, let me see if it's the exact amount. So what we've done, when you see under the police section, we have a bargaining agreement with the Elkton Police Department, which gives a COLA this year, also a merit increase, and we're gonna kick in an additional 3% to help toward making that change, to making us as competitive as the county. We're still $10,000 short compared to where the county will be on the, I'm gonna tell you on a new hire. I think it was at 69 and we're at 59, or is it 79 to 69?
So
60.
currently at 53, so this, if it's 3% on it, maybe it'll take us up to 59.
It takes us right at $10,000. Is that correct, Tyler?
57 and 67.
Yeah, they're at 67, we're at 57. One thing that, I would mention, I am, open to, open up the collective bargaining to take a look, so where we can get to. I think that we have to do this under the contract more so than, an adjustment, but, we are open to, if the FOP is willing to take a look at it, we are absolutely open to take a look at it also. Let's go to the next page. Okay, so in the general fund expense, you'll see the salaries for the police has jumped up to 4 million. Get to that. I think this was the highlighted part that we did. Well, it wouldn't be in your book. I did a highlighted here. Let me pull it up. Put it highlighted. I'm confused too. I'm looking at the report and I got here in my hand also. So what you're seeing on the general fund, on the police, you can see that the salaries are now $4,157,842,000. Along with that, the FICA increased to $111,000. Let's go to the next. There we go. On the next one, you have the police. Let's see what's it saying here. I'm getting this confused too with looking at one and looking at the other. All right, go ahead and click it again. Okay, that's good. Nope. Back me up one. Okay, so the total police budget is $8,174,790. Okay, and where we made a couple changes is let's go to the next page. It changed it a little bit from the first proposal that you have. Go to the second page, next page. There you go. You got the highlighted area. So there's several pieces of equipment that Public Works is looking for: a fuel head, a crane concrete truck, vehicle loan payments, and so forth. What we're looking at doing is to finance those costs this year instead of paying them outright. And that was able to allow us to lower our general fund budget slightly, but we're going to extend the payments out. How many years, Tyler?
5 years.
We're going to have 5 years worth of debt service on the capital equipment this year. Dan, if I could ask you, can you tell the board exactly the pieces of equipment that you're asking for?
For sure. Basically, we're looking for 3 vehicles. One of them is like a small dump truck to replace the one that's currently used for the concrete crew. That's a F-550. That thing will also be fit out for plows and also have a salt spread in the back for tailgates to take care of snow removal. We're asking for a 3188, which is a regular truck which the mechanics use. That particular one will be fit out with a winch and utility bodies in the back. And then we have a 350, we're replacing another vehicle, and that will be also fit up with a plow, and I'll have a box in the back to remove the actual snow itself. In addition, we've got the gas fuel head, because we need to upgrade the gas port system itself. And we have the existing new truck, we need to put a crane away, it rolls a crane off the catapult, those are the Vikings.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
The, highlights, for the, employees of the town, we have a, the budget as proposed has a cost of living amount of, Tyler,
3.3.
3.3. And, there'll be a merit increase if, via the, approval of your department managers. So that's all put into this budget. The, tax rate for the town of Elkton has stayed the same. And that tax rate is,
6356.
all right, there you go. Keeping everyone on their toes today.
Business personal property.
And the business personal property tax will stay the same. The highlighted ones were the key things, from when I presented, we had a draft to the board last week. The major changes was the additional 3%, for the police department, and there was a financing of those items, those couple, pieces of equipment. And I know the board has to digest this a little bit. We have budgeted, and I know I see the fire company here today. We have budgeted 161,510 for the fire department, but we're moving forward with that resolution. That could make a change in the, rate to it. Is there any, let's go here. Take a look at the water fund. Won't be any changes in the water rate, the wastewater rate, and the trash collection rate. This is a public hearing. Does anyone have any questions or comments in the audience? Does anyone have any questions or comments on the Zoom meeting?
No.
Well, once again, this is, in for introduction. Copies of the proposed budget is in. Are they printed and ready to go yet? We're gonna print some today?
We will, because the board had to accept the introduction before it's available to the public, so it'll be printed. I think Britt will print some and we'll have it available.
We'll have it available for anyone that wants to review them, and please contact us with any questions or any concerns about the budget, because we can always make some tweaks and changes between now and the time we accept the budget. Does the board have any direct questions or comments?
For your employees, cost of living will be 3.3, and obviously you said, the merit increase. So does Andy or Lois or any one of them know the number of employees that are eligible for a merit increase? Yes,
Andy?
sir.
So the, performance reviews are the final push to complete them are at the end of this week. But we're looking probably about right now, once, they're completed, we're looking around, I would say 90-95% completion rate.
Okay, it's almost 100%. Okay, so that includes almost everybody.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Very good. Anyone else have any questions or comments? This public hearing is closed. Do we have a motion to accept budget fiscal year 2026 presented for introduction?
So moved.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. All right, this is the time we open up the floor for anyone from the public who has anything to say for the good of the town of Elkton. Pat, come on down, or
What a shocker, huh? No, just that my husband was down at Elk Landing yesterday, and I don't know the contractor that's working down there on the, grounds, but he said it looked absolutely beautiful.
very
He
nice,
was very impressed with it.
very good. Are we cutting that down there?
No,
Our subcontractor, it's not us, I guess.
Okay.
Good.
Very good. Anyone else have anything to say? Yes, sir.
On behalf of the fire company, I want to say thank you. We received the 508 funding yesterday.
Yep.
I greatly appreciate the town's support on that. And also on June 12th, some business partners, we posted it online. We'll be having our third annual free community shredding event at Station 13. So anybody needs any documents or stuff shredded, they can come on June 12th, and it'll be posted on all of our social media.
Fantastic, thank you. Anyone on the Zoom meeting have anything to say? Meeting is adjourned.